Hi Aries, welcome to your mid-month reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of November, as usual, I have a special sales offer available. For this month, it's inspired in Scorpio themed season we are currently on, and it's a reading that digs into the theme of shadow and what type of shadow energies and archetypes might be right now experienced more intensely in your life, and how is that affecting you, and some type of guidance and advice into how to better integrate those shadows in your life experiences. So if you would like to know more details about that special offer or any other of my services, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So Aries, I do feel like some of you are very confused. There's so much confusion around you at this time. And I feel like it's at the same time that this confusion, this indecisiveness that I'm picking on here for some of you Aries about what's the best course of action to take into certain situations, even though that there's that effect of feeling like torn between, it's like I feel like some of you Aries feel torn between an uncomfortable situation and a very uncomfortable situation. So it's like there's no win-win situation here. There's no better option. I feel like some of you have situations where you're dealing with uh, moments that have reached, situations that have reached limits. That's what I wanted to say. So the moment is like a crisis episode, a crisis phase, a peak of an experience that it's like something has not been dealt with when it should have been, right? Or perhaps you didn't see or acknowledge that something would turn out to be as important or as impactful as now it's turning out to be. And now it calls to a certain choice, a certain decision, a certain understanding on your side Aries of what you're going to do with the mess, with the crisis, with the fact that there are here some sort of inevitable choices that need to be made, compromises, commitments that need to be made. And I feel like some of you, this is what's scaring the hell out of some of you Aries. It's the thought is exactly that, scaring the hell out of you, because you are aware that there are things that really need to be done, but you're also quite emotionally sensitive to whatever this situation is. So your sensitivity is almost like, again, I keep getting like your sensitivity is working to your benefit and against you at the same time. You have a very dual type of vibration. The Lover's card is your opportunity, though, and I wanted to say about the Gemini archetype here about duality, right? The contrast. Something here is going to be very evident during mid-November, where there's that sharp contrast or duality, a paradox of some sorts. And I feel like you're very, whatever this is for you, being it this is about relationships or about choices ahead in terms of your future investments, family wise, your job wise, whatever it is. For the majority of you, I feel like it's about relationships, but for others, it will take different manifestations, of course. But the thing is, whatever it is, it's causing a very intense emotional. You're very emotionally. How can I explain this to you? It's like you are receptive during this time. It's almost like you're internalizing a lot of energies and feelings, and perhaps there's this degree of empathy, right, that you have never experienced or never as strongly as you are experiencing right now. And I feel like for some of you, the best way to know what to do. Is that, that cliche of some sorts, but its reality is to go into the heart. Just, this is like, the Page of Cups is your advice. Go into the heart and really dig for the answer. The answer is in your heart space. The answer is, where something always, I feel like where something always have been, like a feeling of belonging. So this might be a situation that pertains somehow to the past, because the Page of Cups is here, and sometimes it can indicate something about your inner child. This could be things of the past, or it could be that a child in your life is triggering you this, or a new experience, love wise, that it's really activating like your like unconscious sentiments to the surface, like a capacity to feel affection levels, kindness levels, again, empathy that you have perhaps not experienced like this before. I keep getting like there's something unusual when it comes to feelings, when it comes to love, when it comes to emotions, your own creative flow, your own imagination, your healing. Everything is happening to you, Aries, in a certain, like, the motion of the process here is so interesting but so different. There's an unusual love experience in your life, or an unusual experience per se, not to put it just about love, an unusual experience that's bringing some chaos but also something beautiful is like coming out of this process, as chaotic or messy as it can be. I feel like for some of you, your love life is messy, and it has been messy, but it's not without its depth and its meaning. So I keep getting like some of you need to have some strength, some reinforcement here of the fact that yes, your feelings are valid, your emotions are valid, your fears are valid, your wants are valid. Like, to give a lot of validation to how you feel. Perhaps you feel like people around you don't get you, or even the person of interest does not, does not understand something here about your process. So I feel like for some of you, Aries, that are in relationships or dealing with someone where this message applies, it could be of great benefit to open up your heart truthfully to this person, or people in your life where you feel like very misunderstood, very, very misunderstood. I feel like some of you, you're like, it's almost like you're held accountable for, or you feel like you're held accountable for anything you do, like positive or negative. Like you're always accused of something, or there's always a consequence, or there's always a drama attached. And some of you are tired of that. Like, everything feels like with the Eight of Wands here in your challenge, it blows out of proportion. Everything, like, boom, right? It's like this this huge situation when you really just wanted something easy or simple, or you didn't mean it, you didn't mean to cause such an explosion, or such an intense reaction, or this chain reaction that ends up creating such, again, a mess and a confusion. And I keep picking that some of you, Aries, are still very wired to the energy of your own November reading. I don't know if you listen to that, but it's called Butterfly Effect, and it has a lot of that message concerning the cause effect, right? Like, everything you're doing right now, as irrelevant as it may seem, is so relevant, because it's causing, again, a lot of that chain reaction outcome. So things are like very important. I keep getting like November might be a month like that is like a game changer for some of you. There's something about the energy of the month that really brings about changes associated with choices you make, Aries. So the opportunity being the lovers again, the lovers energy is here bringing, especially when you have as well the page of cups as your advice. Obviously there could be a situation where you either meet someone or there's this level of attraction, chemistry, and togetherness, this bonding that is formed, that is undeniable. Is like perhaps you're meeting someone for the first time, but you feel like you have always met them, or you're dealing with someone where that, again, the feelings you have for this person are very unusual. But you can see that, I don't know if you can see, but there's someone in the background, like with this mess, seeing this encounter. There's an important encounter in mid-November, being with a person, being with an opportunity of some sorts that opens up here roads for you and for your life. Options are being presented to you, Aries, and that's the thing that it's so for some of you it's so unsettling. Is like you didn't see that you would have the options that you're now being shown, like that they would come, and they would actually be as real as they are getting. Something is getting very real, but it's like the more real it gets, the more emotionally, again, fearful some of you get. Even though that, like, there's this feeling as well, again, with the duality, attraction and repulsion at the same time. So I'm not sure if, like, that's the dynamic that exists within a relationship you're dealing with during mid-November, or if you feel, again, this mix of wanting to do something, wanting to go in a certain road ahead, or feeling actually like no, like putting a lot of, I feel like you are really putting a lot of guilt in your thoughts, like a feeling of like criticizing, right, the way you are, and the things you're considering to do. But as I was saying, for Aries, that this is about your love life. There's someone in the background. So this could represent that, this is a choice between two people, two options, love wise. It could be that the person you are interested in has as well other option or other person they need to leave behind in order to stay with you, or vice versa. It could be that there's baggage associated, again, with you and your love experience that maybe are not fully dealt with or fully done with. So before you can merge into this relationship and really give it all of you, I keep getting like it has to be all of you, 100% investment, all of your heart into it. It's like a feeling of no joke, Aries, no joke, Aries. So it's like something is serious, so serious here, that, again, it's what you're not handling it easily, I'm sorry. You're not handling the situation easily, because there's, like, again, that feeling of no matter what you do, you're going to end up, being caught in this hurricane. I feel like there's this hurricane, this tornado, coming into your life and taking things out of place. Like, there has been this arrangement on how things have been for you, Aries, that are dramatically changing, and then it comes in and it provokes here, like, the change, right, in how things have been organized in your life, and then you have to look at the different positions that now certain things have and figure out how to adapt to a new environment. Some of you are adapting to new environments, are adapting to new styles of living. Perhaps you have decided, or you're thinking about doing something in terms of your life that is really a dramatic change. So it could be like, for example, if you have been, like, eating meat all your life, and suddenly you're going to eradicate all animal products from your diet, or if you have been, a nine to five kind of person in terms of job, regular conventional job, office job, and then suddenly you're going to travel the world and try your luck. So there's, like, a lot of dramatic changes here. Or you have been a commitment person, and suddenly you meet someone that really wants really makes you consider the idea of getting married or having children if you never wanted to have children. So it's like a different turn. Things are taking like a different turn from your usual identification. Things that you have been usually identified as being normal to you and regular to you are going to change. And I also feel obviously that there's some communication issues with the Eight of Wands as your challenge here. There's some communication issues that might be interfering again in the understanding of you and others. I feel like for those Aries that are dealing during mid-November with communication issues, it's something that again needs to be given time. Like, because again, of the level of sensitivity, it's like you could easily misinterpret someone's words, and they could also misinterpret you quite easily. So it's like sometimes it's better not to say something and just let the energy unfold, or make sure that when you say something, you're saying it truthfully from heart, like truthfully from heart, not from ego, not from defense, because this vulnerability or the vulnerable levels that some of you are in could create defensiveness. So you might end up sometimes not saying how you truly feel, or acknowledge again your emotions and the emotions of others as well. So I feel like some of you Aries could be the other way, where you're dealing with someone that is extremely sensitive, like an empath themselves, and you could be without wanting to hurting this person with the way you come across, right? With the way you react to this person's love offer or love expression or love nature. Your love nature and this person's love nature again could be opposite because of the dual energy that is presented here. They could be, it's like they are from different world. You are perhaps from a different world than this person, but it meets. Okay, there's a meeting point, there's a connection that is formed here that again is no joke. So I hope you have a great mid-month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.